Hello guys, my name is Admiral Prince Eric and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm gonna start about my next Dockyard impression comes after Lucian. Okay, we're going to topic about the Tier 9 Italian large cruiser Michelangelo. Here are coming in the update 12.11. So let's get started on it and show my first impression. Let's head on for the Dockyard right away. Oh, by the way, shipbuilding page 27, which already right now to complete it for a Dockyard combat missions while I'm doing off recording. So let's head on to it for a Dockyard. I just have to see for this new background for a Dockyard took place. Here it comes, the new background Dockyard. Okay, the construction of Michelangelo. Okay. Key features of the ship includes numerous secondary battery guns that fire only SAP shells, torpedo launchers with wide launching angles and high-speed torpedoes. The cruiser's main armament is represented by 8 320mm main battery guns with unlimited fighting angles. Okay, remember, Dockyard combat mission will be starts on update 12.11. It ends at the start of update 13.2 in early 2024. But it will be remain in update 30.0 at the time. There are the high secondary battery damage, high survivability, and has access to smoke generator, but the first time of the Italian cruiser has a Hydro-acoustic surge. This will help them to spot enemy torpedoes within range. As you can see, I can already for the the Dockyard combat missions is on the way, just off recording. There are some frequent rewards right now, which is going to be everything we got this. Some of these rewards are going to be helpful, useful items. We're going to need the coal, steel, and research points before it comes out the final reward in this ship. Oh, by the way, this is gonna be a reward. It's like the similar counts from the previous Dockyard event that it was never obtained. When you reach the shipbuilding page 27, you will get a Santa's Mega Gift Containers with only 2 items. So I can review on it right now about the full animation of this Dockyard event will be later. Look on the Dockyard ahead in this background. Seems to be a Sestre Ponenti, which is located in the city of Genoa, located in modern day Italy. Okay, on shipbuilding page 24, you will see the hull of the ship has finished construction, and now the ship has finally launched. Shipbuilding page 25, which is going to be a fitting out, the installation of the main battery turrets, command centers, and any miscellaneous. Right after the ships fitting out, they're preparing for sea trials, and then ships finally commissioned. Here goes the Michelangelo. Okay guys, it's time to go on some shipbuilding process from the beginning on how they construct in this ship. So let's see what awaits us. Here we go. At the beginning of the construction, the keel was laid down. Layer to layer comes up for ship's hull construction until she finishes their work. I think the hull of the ship is almost done constructing. It's time to launch. Here it goes. The ship's launching. The main battery is located in the midship section between the funnels. Some of the secondary barrels is located on the forward and the stern.
Bakit ang lakas-lakas mo? Uy, nagbabasa ako.
Torpedoes is located at the stern.
Nainig mo yung chicken dito ah.
There you go, finished construction of Michelangelo. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell on the notification icon. So let's head on for the dockyard. So we're gonna see right now the specification in this large cruiser. Okay, where is Michelangelo? There it is. But also we got a war paint permanent camouflage, which is featured in this Dockyard event for the upcoming update 12.11. Looks pretty beautiful. Looks like a symbol of the Italian Navy under the Kingdom and the Republic. Looks pretty impressive. Okay, so let's talk about the Michelangelo. So basically the ship's named after the famously Italian painter and sculptor who was a best known important people of the Renaissance. You know. Okay, so the ship is based on one of the draft designs comes of the large cruiser at the time, since the Italy was on the interwar years. At the time would be composite the rivalry of the French large cruiser projects. Such this the remarkably of the importance of the caliber, displacement, and the firing controls. So let's start on in these specifications. But unfortunately I can't gameplay right now, but this is a public test. But I will show right now about my gameplay in this ship will be on the live server for now. Okay. The survivability Michelangelo is 66,100, which means the highest hit points against the Tier 10 French large cruiser Marseille. It has torpedo protection, damage reduction is about 22% at the time. Next, the armor layouts consist up to 60 to 255 millimeters of armor, which means the main battery is located on the between the funnels. The armor belts consist of a 200 millimeters and 100 millimeters of armor frontal plate. The fore end and aft end is about 25 millimeters of armor. Okay, I'm gonna show something about the Citadel armor looks like. This is gonna be a lowest. This is gonna be the armor thickness about 140 millimeters. But be warned, playing the ship will be definitely cause a major problem. Some Citadel hits from highest caliber. Okay, so the deck armor is about 110 millimeters. Okay, so that's for looking forward to the armor layout, which is pretty quiet advantage in this condition, but the main battery guns is considered a problem. Okay, so let's start on the main battery. The main batteries consist 320mm 44 model 1934 on an auto model 1935 mount. Consists 2x4 located between the funnels. The shells are gonna be used SAP shells and AP shells, but in the absence of the HE shells. The reload time is about 24 seconds, which is non-viably upgrade. The SAP shells will be deal 10,250 damage and has initial velocity up to 830 meters per second. The AP shells will be used. The AP shells will be damaged up to 9,700. The velocity is going to be the same. Next, the secondary battery, which is going to use 19mm 50 model 1939 on the twin mount. It has the reload time 4.2 seconds. Comes to feature the secondary SAPs. The damage is about 2,000. The initial velocity is 860 meters per second. Okay, next one is the 152mm Pro Artillery CS 1926. Maximum range is about 7 kilometers. Reload time is 9.6 seconds. But also she has using SAP shells, but without HE shells. You know, the final range is about 17 kilometers. Okay, so torpedo tubes is gonna be 2x3 533 millimeters. It has torpedo range 8 kilometers. 533 millimeter turbo Lancia Cerulli. I ever not to be pronounce this. Next, the depth charge airstrike consists the Kent Z.506 Airone. It has 2 attack flights. Bombs and payload will be 2. The maximum bomb damage is about 4,200. The reload is about 30 seconds. Range is about 7 kilometers. Okay, so A defense, which is going to be A guns 20mm 70 Scotty model 1941 on the Sextupole mount. The A guns 37mm 54 model 1938 on a model 1938 mount. 12x2 about 37mm. Last but not least, it comes from the secondary battery 19mm 50 model 1939 on twin mount. The continuous damage about the short range A guns is about 2 kilometers, 105 damage. For medium range it's gonna be 245 and has 3.5 kilometer firing range. The long range A guns is going to be a 165 damage. It's about 4.6 kilometers. The action zone of shells explosion is about 7. A probability 90%. Priority sector reinforcement on action time is 10 seconds. Preparations time is always the same. The firing range is about 4.6 kilometers in this ship. Now, for Maneability, you got the maximum speed is 33 knots. Turning circle radius is about 830 meters. The rudder shift time is 14.4 seconds. Usually required doing something zigzagging or nonetheless, but you can out seriously maneuvered. Last but not least is going to be a concealment. The detectability range by sea is about 13.5 kilometers. Range by depth is about 0 to 10.9 kilometers. Detectability range by air is about 10.9 kilometers. And the assured detectability range is about 2 kilometers. When you detectability after firing main guns and smoke is about 11.1 kilometers. But be warned, using the assault smoke generator, you will get firing main battery guns on smoke. You will get a increased detectability range. Okay, so let's talk about the upgrade module. Okay, I would gonna recommend it my main. I would gonna be an upgrade. So basically, is for focuses about the main battery and the secondary battery roll turrets. Okay, so let's start on the main armaments mod 1, which is going to be the first slot. Second slot is going to be damage control system mod 1. Third slot, I can go on for the secondary battery mod 1, which is a very important, comes from Napoli. You get a secondary battery range as also as you wanted. The fourth, you're gonna need a steering gears mod 1, or you better want to conserve hit points. Damage control system mod 2 is also recommended. These two upgrades are best option to do so for a survivability and a secondary build, whether you want it or not. Now the fifth slot, I always use concealment system mod 1. Then the final slot, on prefer to do something very important in the main battery guns, is going to need a main battery mod 3. Now the consumables are going to be available: the damage control party, the repair party, Hydro-acoustic surge, but this is the first of the Italian cruiser made in this consumable. But you can only see for the Italian cruisers in the Tech-tree, you should always, you wanted to spot enemy torpedoes within in close range. Now the exhaust smoke generator is very important for this ship, which is usable from Italian cruisers as well as battleships. Okay, so I'm gonna need something to do for a commander skill builds, whether you choose it, want it or not. But the main purpose is doing forward is to main battery guns and the secondary build, which is very useful for my recommendation as soon as we can. I'm gonna put on the 21 skill point commander, which is I'm gonna take something recommendation. So this is gonna be grease the gears or expert marksman. The consumable enhancements, this will help them the exhaust smoke generator. Adrenaline rush is very important for this. The concealment expert. Now the top click gunner, the pack of punch. This is gonna be a new commander skill, which means the updated in the 12.10. Now the survivability expert, which is going to be useful when you're gonna need to increase HP pool. The last one is a gun feeder, but this is my only recommended for this build. Okay, so there you have it, folks. So I'm gonna conclude my video about the topic in the Dockyard impression for Michelangelo, as well as doing a specifications right now. So get ready for the upcoming Dockyard event took place in the update 12.11. So I have to admit, but I'm not clear for the previous Dockyard event is for Lucian, which means I'm in inactivity for 1.5 months. So we'll do this to avenge for a Lucian to get this another Dockyard event. Well, I'm going to play them on daily. So, and that's gonna be end of my video. So be sure, I have to say, like, subscribe, and click the bell or the notification icon, so I will post recording, streaming my videos always at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you see you in my next video. Peace out, guys, and good luck to all the players who wanted to claim this ship at once. Stay tuned for this, guys.